Hello everybody, I hope you guys are all doing well. What we have today is in the mail. We got an order from PCGS, and there it is, the box right here. Sent in some coins at the recent Long Beach show for grading. And this is the order of US coins, so we'll go ahead and I started to cut the box open, and I figured, well, let's just go ahead and do a live, or not live, but a unboxing video here on YouTube just to show you guys all, because I know you like to see what grades come in and what kind of coins get graded. So let's see what we got here. If I can get the box open. They really taped these up well, which is good. So let me just see if I can get this without knocking the camera over at least. Struggling, sorry. There we go. There's that. And inside here's a nice PCGS box. And probably some forms. They want me to submit more coins, of course. Alright, their box is empty. We got that there. Get the box out of our way. Those are some extra submission forms so we can submit more coins to them. They got an advertisement here for Great Collections Auctions. We'll set those to the side as well. We got their new black boxes here, which are pretty cool. Very nice. They tape those as well so they don't come open. So you just do one of those and one of those, and that should be good. Alright, let's see what we have in here. I'll take this out real quick because that's my invoice. It might have my credit card information on it, and I don't need everyone on the internet to see that. Let's see, that's the packing slip, and yes, a copy of the submission form. So we'll set those to the side. Alright, let's see what we have. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coins in this submission. That's what we sent in. Perfect. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we sent to PCGS, and let's see what we got back. The first coin. It's an 1868 2-cent, and they graded this one proof 62 red brown. It's a very nice coin. It's got a lot of pretty color, and they graded it proof 62. A little lower than would have hoped on the grade, but it's still a very nice coin. And this was new. They debuted this at the Long Beach coin show. This is their new NFC chip technology. So they got a new slab, and that's the symbol. So you can hold this up next to your cell phone, and it'll bring up the cert verification page and help confirm that it's a real PCGS coin. So that's their new technology. So we got that order done. That comes with all of the PCGS Secure Plus grades that you do. And what's also real cool, when you send in under Secure Plus service, they also do their TrueView photos. So yeah, you can see that it's a nice coin here under this camera. I could open up my better camera and give you another view, which I'll probably do individual videos of many of these coins anyway later. But since we got the PCGS TrueView photos, I can just go over here, open up another window, and show you right there. That's the coin. So you can see why we sent that one in for grading. It's just got beautiful color on the obverse in particular. Nice purples and pinks, and the reverse isn't too bad either. It's even got a slight bit of wood grain effect that pops through on the reverse. Just really nice proof example. So that there is that coin. Perfect. The second coin in the submission, it's another 2-cent piece. This one here is an 1871. A little bit better date there. And this one graded PCGS XF45, which I think is an appropriate grade. I didn't think it was going to be any higher than that. Usually to get into the AU range, you need a lot more original mint luster, a little bit more detail. And I think that's good. And again, I'll pull up the TrueView photo that PCGS did of this. And the PCGS photos, they come out really nice. There's the PCGS photo of this one. Because remember, they're taking the photos of these coins before they put them back in the slab, so they don't have to shoot through the plastic or anything. So So as you can see, this is just a very lightly circulated example. There's a little bit of wear on the high points, a little bit of dirt in the protected areas there, and just not enough original mint luster or anything like that remaining to warrant the higher grade, in my opinion. So I think they graded that one accurately. That was the second coin. Next up, we have a buffalo nickel. This here is a 1913 Type 1, first year of issue. It's got the raised mound on the reverse. That's the Type 1. This one only graded MS64. It's not quite as lustrous as some of the examples that you'd find that are mint states. I think that held it back a little bit. But still, we sent this one in for grading because it's got beautiful color. It's not really showing too well right now, but again, because we did the PCGS Secure Plus service, that comes with the True View photos. I'll pull that up and show you what that looks like. And there you go. You can see that's the reason why we sent that in. It's just not your average buffalo nickel. It's got tons of really nice color, rainbow colors on both sides. In the reverse especially, it just looks amazing. We would hope that this would have graded maybe an MS65, but I think MS64 is probably the appropriate grade. I get it. I just don't think the mint luster on it's strong enough. It's more of like a more flat and satiny looking than bright and lustrous. But really, the color is what draws you on this one. I mean, it would have been better, yeah, if it was a little more flashier, but just amazing color on this nickel. And I guess MS64 is not too bad either. And really, when you get to a coin like this that has significant color and just nice rainbow toning on both sides, the grade is a little less relevant anyway. If it was an MS63, MS64, MS65, the price of this coin is going to be pretty much the same either way. You're going to be paying for the color and whether you like the color or not. So that's that one. Next up, we have an 1894 New Orleans Barber $50. And this one came back graded MS62. So that's very nice. Very happy to get the mint state grade on this. It does have, you know, the mint luster, which you can see there. It's a dirtier coin. Kind of got a nice original look. And, you know, there's like a bunch of little light contact marks all scattered about and a couple little tiny scratches here and there. There's even a remnant of an old thumbprint or fingerprint on the part of the reverse, but just really happy to get the mint state grade on this one. Wasn't expecting a high mint state grade, but, you know, there's a difference, you know, big difference between whether they would have called this an AU55 or a low mint state, so we were really happy to get the mint state. So again, we got the True View photo taken by PCGS, and we'll show that right here. And you can see it's got like a little bit of a toning line there. It's a little dirtier looking coin. It almost looks like it's been lightly circulated with just how much, you know, toning and dirt there is on the coin. But, you know, the PCGS takes a close look at these. They say there wasn't any wear on the high points. It's just been, you know, handled and banged around with some other coins and probably stored away somewhere for a while. And it's technically a mint state coin. You see here a lot of people right here in the shield area. If you can, hopefully you can see that. It's a little bit, it almost looks like there's some wear right there, like the corner of the shield's worn away. That's actually just some strike weakness, especially on a New Orleans mint coin like this. They're often weakly struck, so that's really confusing a lot of times. You can even have a nice flashy MS65 or MS66 example of a New Orleans Barber half, and the shield lines will be, some of them will be missing, so people are like, you know, often confuse that with wear, but that is not the case. It's just a weak strike. So again, 1894 New Orleans Barber $50. Happy to get the MS62. Next up, we got a capped bust $50, and this is an 1833. And PCGS did certify this one as genuine, but they said it was clean, so they will not give it a numerical grade. So on the back of the holder, they actually write genuine, not gradable. They won't give it a numerical grade, but they do say it has about uncirculated detail. So unfortunately, Didn't get the grade on this one. They said lightly cleaned. We knew by looking at it that, yeah, it was a possibility, but we were hoping that maybe it would have got a straight grade. Again, we'll pull up the true view photo so you can get a better look at it. There it is. I guess they just didn't like a little too light on the high points there, and in the fields they just thought it was cleaning. I don't see when I'm looking at this close under with a loop, I don't see any like major hairlines or anything. I think it's just mostly about the color. They just don't like the overall look of it, and they considered it cleaned. So we'll have to defer to the experts at PCGS. In any event, it's a really nice example of the type. It's not harshly cleaned or offensively cleaned, so I still think it's got some value, and somebody would probably love to have that in their typeset album, I'm sure. So not too worried about it. Again, it's unfortunate you got a details grade, but still a really nice capped bust $50. Next up, we got another $50. This is a little bit earlier, 1806, the pointed 6, and it graded fine 12. And this here's the draped bust variety with the large eagle. And again, happy to get a grade on that one, and they didn't find any problems with that one. Show a close-up of the coin on the true view photo that PCGS took, and there you go. Definitely has some wear. You're missing some details in the hair. A lot of the eagle details missing. The E pluribus unum is mostly worn away. But yeah, the rims are all there. There's no major issues with the coin. There's some die cracks, which are pretty cool. And they graded it fine 12. I think we're pretty happy about that. But yeah, just a really neat early $50. So again, there we go. Fine 12, and it is the pointed 6 variety. It's a really cool coin. Next up, that was the 1806, and we got an 1805. This one's in much nicer condition. This one they graded XF45. I was kind of hoping maybe this could squeeze into an AU50 grade, but it's one of those. I think it's pretty close. It does have some original mint luster. There's a lot of detail present, not much wear. I think it could have gone either way, but XF45 it is. Just really great design, and I can even get a little closer, but I know you're going to see so you can see that mint luster in there. That's one thing the true view photo doesn't show well is the mint luster, but that's why I like to do videos of coins. So there's that, and we'll bring up the photo for you guys all to see too. Oh, I just clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Here we go. There it is. 1805. So yeah, I guess when you look at it's just got a little bit of dirtiness on the high points. There is some light wear. I mean, there's some wear on the high points of the coin. You can see some on the high points of the eagle, but I've seen some AU50 examples that have more issues than this. So that's why I thought there might be a small chance it could have made AU50. But XF45 it is. But yeah, you can tell the difference between this one and the previous. Here was the fine 12. You got so much detail missing and everything, but when you get up into the XF range, you can see it all. It's really cool. All right, we'll go back and let's see what the next one is. We're getting to the end here. 2 coins left. What was next? It's an 1844 seated Liberty dime. 1844 is a better date. It's kind of a popular date for collectors that are putting together typesets. And this one came back pretty much where we expected it to come back. Just wanted to get it into a holder mostly because it had enough detail on it that it has some value. But it is a scratched coin. We knew it had a scratch sent it in, didn't miss it or anything. It's pretty obvious when I show you the photo, the close-up photo that they did. But it's just nice to get them in the holder. So if you try to sell this to someone, they know it's genuine. And the details grade kind of keeps people from arguing, well, is it a fine? Is it a VF? Is it a VG? Well, PCGS says it has fine detail, so there you go. We don't need to argue about it too much more than that. So let me bring up the photo, and you guys can take a closer look. And there you go, 1844 seated Liberty dime. And you can see they're clear as day right in the right fields, just to the right of the seated Liberty. There's a huge X scratched into it. So they could have actually put graffiti as the problem on the label, but they just put the word scratch. So sometimes when you have more than just a scratch, where there's like a big X, or especially if someone carves their name or something, they would call that graffiti on the coin actually. It does have a very small rim ding at the very top of the coin. I don't know if that alone would have prevented it from getting a number grade. Probably not. But definitely the big X scratched into it kept it from them calling it a fine 12 or a fine 15. And one coin left. And it's a cool one. This is an 1858 over 7 Flying Eagle cent. And it's the strong variety. This is a pretty nice one. Actually, a member of our local coin club showed this coin to me at the Long Beach show as he had just purchased it. Took a close look at it, and I'm like, hey, did you know this is the variety, the 58 over 57? And they're like, oh, really? And yeah, so it was sort of a cherry pick at the show, which is a good one to cherry pick. I've never actually cherry picked this variety before until now, and makes a significant value difference, especially in a grade of AU55, and this is pretty much the exact grade we thought it was going to come back. Thought there might have been a chance it would have came back AU58, but AU55 is not too bad, so just set that there, bring up the photo so you guys can see a closer look. And there it is, 1858 over 57, and this one you can kind of attribute, I don't know how well it'll show depending on what kind of device, or I mean if you're looking at this on your 70 or 80 inch high def TV later, you'll be able to see it. If you're looking at this on your cell phone, maybe not as much, but right here to the top of the 8, there is an underlying 7, just a corner of a 7. Right here between the date and the eagle, there is a die chip that's raised up, and here you got a broken wingtip. So those are a couple of the major pickup points for this variety. Now you can have other 1858s that have the broken wing that are not the 58 over 57, so don't just look for that obvious difference. You can see the wing, there's a break in the tip, and then there's a separate piece there. Don't just look for that and think you're going to find a really high value coin. You got to have all that. And what I'll do also is I can download here. I'll do the max size. Let's see if we can download this, and I'll bring up the full picture. Then that way we can zoom in on it. I gotta bring that up here. We'll go up here to 100%. And that way, you can see there's the date, and you can see right up here, the underlying 7. And this one here, I mean, a lot of times when you find these 1858 over 57s, all you see is a very little corner of a 7 there. This is one of the strongest ones I've ever seen. So this is a really cool one to find. You can even see a little bit of the date inside the 8 right there. And right here's that die chip, clear as day when you get zoomed in this much, but it's just a little raised up lump right between the eagle and the date. And then we'll go back up to the top there so you can clearly see that broken wingtip. Usually the wing would just, end right there, but there's a break there and then a piece kind of sticking out. So there it is, the 1858 over 57 that was cherry picked at the show. And again, that one came back. PCGS AU58, or sorry, 55. I was hoping for a 58. I think there was a chance, just a small, tiny touch of rub in the very center of the eagle's breast, but they call it a 55. And, it's probably right. It's probably the right grade for it. Beautiful coin. Great variety. So, that's that. That was our PCGS order of U.S. coins. We also submitted an order of world coins that should be back any day now. And as soon as that's back, we'll do a video and post that. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you got any comments on any of the coins or just in general, leave them below and I'll take a look. So with that, thank you very much for watching. And remember, keep having fun with those coins.